Hello, folks, and welcome to this afternoon taste challenge. This is a taste challenge, and I'm sitting with my leg up like this because I got hurt very badly at work today, and it was terrible. And it was just terrible. All right, anyway, 13 stitches. Somebody asked me how many stitches, and I was like, I can't show you. I don't have enough fingers. And it hurts so bad when they were putting the stitches in. I mean, it was like they gave me shots for pain, but I don't think those shots work too well. Okay, obviously they didn't work. Now here's the bag, pretty bag, huh? So I keep elevating my legs, bleeding off and on. You know how, like, if you get stitches, it still bleed out a little bit. And I'm taking antibiotics, and I asked the doctor, could I drink alcohol and take the antibiotics? And he was like, yeah, just don't be like, we're getting drunk tonight. Well, yeah, woo. Something like that attitude. And I was like, I'm not that kind of drinker. I said, I don't do that. Let's get drunk drinking. He said, okay. And apparently I was reading about this antibiotic. It doesn't affect the effectiveness of the antibiotic. It just could make you get more of a, like if the pill makes you sick to your stomach or gives you like chills or something, then this could make it worse. But so far so good. George Butch Willie says, oh, that'll be a bigger blowout than Georgia and TCU. Yes, I'm afraid so. So WD Liquors, let's get on with the show. Enough about my injury. Damn if I didn't get hurt 3 years ago, but that was totally their fault because, well, another story for another day. Okay, premium Canadian whiskey with natural flavors. I don't know about this premium business. I don't know why they call it premium, and it's $13.99 for this huge bottle to the end of the month. But they claim it's premium. You know how these companies are. They got the fleur de lis, I guess, representing the French people of Canada, and then the two lions representing the British Empire. Remember, the British Empire and the French Empire were fighting over Canada, and France lost. But they're still showing their culture. They're always trying to placate the French because they're always crying about it, getting beat. I mean, constantly crying about it. Now, it's funny because if they had won the war in 1763, oh, no, they wouldn't be crying about it. There would be one language and you know what I'm saying? There would be one language in Canada today, and it wouldn't be English, right? You know that's the truth. They lost, so they're crying about it. If they had won, Canada would be 100% speaking French. Okay. But that's another story for another time. Now, here's Crown Royal XO. Bought this a couple of years ago. It was about $35. You might find it cheaper. It's unlikely, but you might. I doubt it. But Crown Royal XO, no age statement on this. Actually, there's no age statement on either product. So they're at least 3 years old, but who knows? They could be extra aged. But I don't know why the WD whiskey would be extra aged at $13.99 a handle. Now, they don't say they add coloring, but of course, Canadian whiskey can add coloring, and they don't have to say it. This one does claim to add natural flavors. So Wide World Importers, they're not hiding anything. They're saying Canadian whiskey with natural flavors. Now, you might say, oh, yeah, they got to say that. No, actually, they don't. If you read your regulations, they actually don't have to say it. They can just put flavoring in there and let you figure it out. But these guys are saying, yeah, we're in. Okay, I've been seeing this whiskey on the market since I was 8 years old. But I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't like tracking it. You know what I'm saying? I was just noticing that people would buy it because it was cheap. And if they would have like like a get together or something for some reason, whatever reason you could think of, they would put it on the table. And they might have gotten the WD bourbon. They make a bourbon. I wonder what that tastes like, right? A rum, silver and gold. Tequila, silver and gold. Vodka, regular proof, 100 proof. Look, I don't know what any of those things taste like. I never tried them. This is the first one I tried. It's interesting. Okay. Well, this one made a hiss. So I'll do a screen share in a minute. Beautiful bottle. They changed the bottle. I think they changed the bottle because they felt like this one was a little too wide. You know, they might have got customer feedback saying, why y'all make it so wide? It doesn't fit on the shelf very well. It's got the crown for King Charles III, King of Canada. I tell people that sometimes they look at me like I'm nuts, you know. Of course, Americans know nothing about Canada, really, believe me. I do because I had to teach geography and history for over 20 years, but most Americans, they kind of have an idea that Canada is a different country, but if you ask them where it is, they might know, but they wouldn't know a whole lot. All right. So, but he is the King of Canada, and he's the King of New Zealand, and he's the King of Australia, and he's the King of Jamaica, and he's also the King of England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and so forth. All right. But anyway, that's not relevant to this video, except for the fact that that's why they always put in crowns on the Canadian whiskey. Because it is a kingdom, not a republic. We have a president. They have no president in Canada. They have a governor general for the whole country. That's what that means. Governor general for, for the whole general area. And then each province has its own governor called a lieutenant governor, which is the king's representative in that, what you call a province. All right. Of course, we don't really have anything similar to that here. We have governors, but they don't represent anybody else except, well, they always claim they represent the people who elected them, right? But maybe they represent like the trial lawyers and the labor unions or the oil companies, whatever, No, I mean, but yeah, okay, different. But there are a lot of similarities, like Canada has 2 houses of their parliament. We have 2 houses of our Congress. Which is the same as a parliament, and we have a Senate. They have a Senate. We have a House of Representatives. They have a House of Commons, which is the same thing. Okay. And anyway, you say, is this a whiskey video or a geography video? Ronald, what happened? Faubourg Brewery, are they going out of business? They are out of business. They're auctioning off all their equipment, and I don't know who they're going to rent the business. They don't own the building anyway. The owner will probably try to get somebody else to occupy it. Okay, now this Crown Royal XO is a lot darker. So let's do the screen share while I'm mixing these up. Now I'm going to have to close my eyes. I got to keep my leg elevated, try to get to heal up. They said they're going to take the stitches out in 10 days. We'll see about that. Hopefully it's ready to roll in 10 days. So here's the WD. You can only buy it at Winn-Dixie, which makes sense because it's a private label, WD Winn-Dixie Liquors. You can only buy it in the store. You can't have it to your house. You have to walk into the store and buy it. But beyond that, again, as liquor laws are very liberal, grocery stores can sell liquor off the shelf. It's not behind the counter. You just pull it off the shelf like you pulling off a box of cereal or a carton or container of laundry detergent. And just check it out at the register. No big hoopla. Check your ID. Usually that depends on the store. I bought I'm sorry, beer yesterday at Walmart. Where was I at Walmart? Oh, that was Saturday night. I bought beer at Walmart. They didn't check the ID. No, because I'm obviously not 21 or younger. Okay. They don't say anything about the product. They just say it's this price till June 30th. So that's all you're going to find on their website. Nothing. Now here's the Crown Royal XO. See the new fancy bottle? Looks pretty, huh? And it's not as wide. I think that was the complaint. Beautiful new bottle. Skillfully blended Crown Royal whiskey finish in cognac cask, resulting in extraordinary complex, smooth expression as an elegant whiskey that is deliciously balanced with hints of spice and rich dry fruit, which I probably won't be able to pick up most of that. Okay, and then they got other ones, the Reserve, which I also own. I already did a taste challenge with that. 29-year, haha, no. Barley edition, no. But I'd like to buy all those, but those are, now you're talking about 80, 90, 100, $120, and yeah. Okay. Hi, Jay. Do you have any Albertsons Canadian whiskey? It's been going for years. For a head-to-head against WD Premium Canadian, that would be one for the ages. Might be the one for the ages for like 5 viewers for the whole history of the world, but I don't think too many people would care about it. I don't think too many people care about this video. But anyway, and just think the allergies were finally clearing up. My friend David would say, you're still coughing, you sick. I said, the cough is the last thing to go, and it's not bad anymore, and it's getting better. But, that was unsolicited advice, which some people like to give a lot. Okay, howdy, says Izzy. Howdy to you. Have I ever had Crown Royal Cask 16 whiskey? No. Okay. I'm going through the motions of mixing these up because I'm going to pretend like it's going to be a real challenge, but in fact, it will be a joke. And you're going to see this right now live. This smells rich. This smells woody. You get the whiskey saturated wood. It's not strong or anything like that. No, it's very mild. And you get cognac. Well, they say so on the website. I believe them. I don't think they're lying. But I wouldn't talk about that on a blind. If I didn't know what this was, I wouldn't be talking about cognac. I would be honest with you. Now, you might say, it's all gimmicks. It's gimmicks. They want to put rum barrel, bourbon cask, doggone cognac. And then they take the wines and they do bourbon cask and Canadian cask and all of this, and it's all just they flipping back and forth, and it's just gimmicks to get you to buy it. Well, that's exactly what it is. I'm not disputing that. Okay, I get it. They do the beer in the bourbon barrels and the rye barrels, and I know what they're doing. I know it's all marketing, but I'm not opposed to it. And they do mezcal cask. Oh, I forgot about that. Mezcal cask and doggone tequila cask. But that doesn't bother me. Because it's not like you have to buy it. You're not under any kind of compulsion to buy it. You want to buy it, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, you can ignore it and keep on shopping. That's the way I see it. Just ignore it. You're not going to be able to try everything anyway, whether it's beer, wine, or liquor. You're not going to be able to try everything. You say, but I'm a completist. Well, you ain't completing this project. You might try every Crown Royal, but that's going to be one heck of a project to go through right there. And an expensive one. So, yeah, that's the way that works. So, smells beautiful, honestly. This one smells not as beautiful, but I am picking up citrus. Like orange peel, no joke. And some oak and grains, typical blend of grain whiskeys like corn whiskey, rye whiskey, the ever famous single malted barley whiskey, but I seriously doubt this is using too much malted barley whiskey. Maybe 5% if they push it to the limit. So you say, well, why are they adding natural flavoring? Why? What's the point? Could it be to mask something? It could be. I would assume that's the reason, but I really don't know. It's kind of an old thing in Canadian whiskey back forever that they would add flavoring, so I can't really say why they do it. Just maybe they think it makes it taste better. You know what I mean? Like they just say, hey, it tastes better. Wouldn't you want vanilla extract in your whiskey? Bourbon drinkers might be like, no. Okay. You don't want orange peel in your whiskey? We soaked orange peels in it for a week. Don't you want that in your whiskey? And once again, bourbon drinkers will probably be like, I don't know about that. I mean, you could do that with bourbon, but you'd have to sell it as bourbon with flavoring added. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't just be able to put on the shelf, call it bourbon. Oh no, you get in trouble if you got caught doing that. There is no way. All right, I'm not gonna say anything else. Tastes nice. Can't argue with it. Okay, let's go over here. Ha 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 ha. Vanilla. To me, it's like Duncan Hines cheese, cream cheese icing. He said that's a natural flavor, right? Maybe they put that. Well, maybe they do. And some pecan oil. Johnny Neely would say almond oil. Maybe. Okay. But the funny thing about this one is, or the curious thing about it, excuse that little leftover cough, but train kept running all night long. It almost seemed like it's drawing out some natural flavoring from this thing. Like you say, oh, you're nuts. Canadian Crown Royal would never have natural flavorings. Oh, well, we don't really know that. I guess that's the cognac cask bringing that out. Yeah, that must be it. Like a fruitiness, like a nougat. And some cognacs will have like that nougat flavor, like that spongy stuff in the Three Musketeers bar. They do have that, cognacs, especially the one from Ukraine that I still have. Okay, so can I tell them apart? Obviously, that's the Crown Royal. Okay, I guess I've had my foot elevated long enough. I'll go take it down for now. Ugh, gotta wipe some blood off the table. Blood on the tracks. Okay. That's the story of the hurricane. All right. Michael says, hi, Ronald. Hello, Michael. Mr. R says, evening, the greatest beer reviewer in the world. Oh, thank you. Good history video maker as well. Oh, thank you. I might make an Israel video coming up. I might make it a challenge video. I was thinking about this. I might make a challenge video. Like if I take off work early for the next week or two because of my cut leg. Oh, it looks like hell. I will show it to you, but I'll probably get my channel banned for gruesome displays. I'm not even joking. A challenge video, meaning I challenge you. Like I was going to make a video, like I was thinking about this morning for the accident. I challenge you, the viewer, to show me why the United States should give Israel any money. Of course, I know what they're going to say, but I how people say that convince me otherwise, they can't. They never going to, and I'm not even closed-minded. I'm open-minded, but yeah, that would be a great video. You tell me why the United States should give Israel any money. Now, of course, some of these fanatics will be out there. I'm going to unfriend you on Facebook. You're a bigot. Somebody told me that last week. A bigot. I'm a bigot. This is funny. I'm a bigot because I like classic religious artwork. A bigot because you like classic religious Christian artwork. You say, oh, it's that was the key word. You said Christian artwork. Apparently, okay. What is the weather like in Louisiana? It was in the 90s here in New York. Well, it would be in the 90s, but it's been raining most of the day, off and on. Not too much, but, like steady little drizzle rain. And so it's probably in the, yeah, it says 77 right now. So that's definitely not warm. Well, it's not warm for Louisiana. It might be warm for New York, you see. I was hoping for a history of America during the Revolutionary War as we get closer to July 4th. But I've made videos like that, Jason. I talked about that. Would it be live responses or would we leave our answers in the comments of the challenge video? Well, I would say put the answers in the comments. If you really felt strong about it, you could come on air. But I would have to set it up where you could join like a follow-up video. A follow-up video, we would have to do it on a different platform because you can't do duo reviews anymore on these Hangouts on this platform. You used to be able to have people join. Now they don't let it. Nobody could ever figure out why they got rid of that. But because it was a wonderful format. But they did in 2019. Nobody could figure it out. But sure, I've always said this for years. Anybody got a problem with what I'm saying about beer, wine, liquor, history, government, politics, religion? Doesn't matter to me. Let me know, and you can come on live on my channel. You can come on my channel live for 30 minutes uninterrupted. Got to show your real face. Can't come on wearing a mask. Can't come on with some fake internet name like Mimi Ga or 19 Samurais. You got to be your real name. And if you tell me, well, I got a problem showing my real name, well, you're going to have a problem getting on this Hangout. But because if you're trying to jump up and talk about what I'm doing wrong, you got to come up and you got to man up, But then, no cussing, screaming, hollering, cussing, and all that. Just state your position, and of course, there's going to be a rebuttal. But that's fine. Nobody's ever taken a challenge, but I think challenge video would be a good idea. It's always interesting hearing people's opinions on a current, past historical event. I might do it tomorrow, maybe, depending on time frame. Because if it's raining like this, I can't cut the grass, and it needs to be cut. But how you gonna cut wet grass? I'm not doing it. Well, let's get down to this, though. Back to this. Could a person confuse Crown Royal XO with WD Liquors, Premium Canadian? I guess you could if you had no ability to taste things. But if you had any ability to taste liquor, there is no way. I cannot believe there would be any way you could ever confuse the two. On the other hand, that's always an important part to bring up. On the other hand, I don't really know if the XO is that much better. You say, oh, he's really going off the edge now. He got hurt at work. Now his mind's going. No, it's not that. It's not anything like that. I'm tasting it. It's good. But it's got more wood action. So you say, I'm into the oak. I'm really into oakiness. Okay, fine. I am too, though, honestly. So I would go with the Crown Royal, all the oak you care to taste. And if you like wood, But it's just not coming across like it's that so profoundly better. You see, because this one is smooth, maybe too smooth in a way, but it's got the soft vanilla, the soft like I said, nougat or whatever that is, or even for the Crown Royal, it's like they both have that. And the pecan oil or almond oil, you say you're wrong on both counts. It's walnut oil. I have a friend that works for the company. Okay, well, okay, walnut oil, whatever it is, it's something distinctive like that. So they come across kind of nice, they're kind of nice. Like it's, I would say it's your call. On this one, it's your call. Now on the Crown Royal Reserve, you got to get the Crown Royal Reserve. Is that like clearly better? Regular Crown Royal is clearly better, but that's kind of a sharper product. They got a little sharper bite to it, gives it a little character. But yes, moving on. Let's see if you get a chicken dinner winner this time. Tasting. I did, and I knew I would. I knew I'd get them right. But so if you're curious, like I am, because who in the world would buy this if they weren't curious? You say thousands of people every day because it's a big seller, and they're probably not curious. They're just buying it because it's cheap. Okay, you got me there. You got me there. They haven't been making it for 50 something years because people hate it. I get it. And I don't hate it. I actually think it's kind of nice. If you're going to attack me on that, saying store brand whiskey is a joke, nobody buys store brand whiskey to drink and taste. Only fools buy it. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Buy what you want to buy. I'll buy what I want to buy. You can watch what you want to watch. I'll watch what I want to watch. It's all fine, copacetic, easy, and mellow, and calm. But would I buy this again? I would buy it again theoretically. You see what I'm saying? Like in the hypothetical sense that if I wanted to buy an inexpensive Canadian whiskey for whatever reason, I would buy it. I don't think too many people that I know would have a problem with it. That's because most people I know are not whiskey connoisseurs and are going to sit down and break it down like you at a graduation party, and they're going to break it down like, oh, this has all these distinctive qualities. My uncle Peter might, because he's got like that kind of approach. But he probably was still drinking. But you know what I mean. But everybody else just gonna drink it, because they're gonna mix it with the punch at the party and the Dr. Pepper and the Coca-Cola, and that's fine. But yes, theoretically, hypothetically, I would buy it again. Would I recommend it? I would recommend it. I would recommend it for $14.99 or till the end of this month, $13.99. Yay. Would I recommend this? Oh, you best to believe I would recommend it. I would definitely recommend it. I love it. I think it's great. It does win. If you want to say who's the winner, okay, it's the winner. But it's $35 or more. I'm pretty sure. These days, after all this inflation, I bought it before the inflation started, really getting in gear. So, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's not going to be $23.99 like Crown Royal. You can find Crown Royal $23.99. Every week, some store got a sale. Every week, it's like they take turns. So this store this week, $23.99. Just wait next week. The next store in town gonna have it for $23.99, and wait again. Only $23.99. It's like Sazerac rye. I see people on the internet telling me they paid $50 for Sazerac rye. Not here. Not here. I just wait. I don't buy it all the time. I still got a bottle. But this week, Bromart's got it for $18.99. Now, next week, somebody else going to have it for $18.99, and then they're going to let it go. And the next store is going to have it for $18.99. So in Louisiana, you can get Sazerac rye for $18.99, which is actually a kind of a low price for rye whiskey, especially a rye whiskey that's straight rye, and its average age is about 6 years. That's pretty low. Of course, I live 29 to 30 miles from the distillery one of the distilleries. That might have something to do with it. Burley Sullivan says, you. Well, Burley, I want to say to you, thanks for watching. Is Church's Chicken and Beer review coming in the near future? Joe Hill, I think it's probably not. But keep your eyes open for those ramen bowl, noodle bowls, and beer reviews. Crown Royal is a bit pricey for what you get. Do you agree, Jay? Kevin Johnston says. Well, no, because everything's a bit pricey for what you get these days. So I think in a relative sense, it's not really that pricey. But if you start making comparisons, yes, it is. Because I can still, this very day, find some store that's going to have Rich and Rare Reserve for $9.99. Rich and Rare Reserve, not the regular Rich and Rare. Rich and Rare Reserve, the one that doesn't talk about flavoring, for $9.99 in a beautiful glass bottle. And there is no way Crown Royal is better than that. It's not worse. I'm not going to say it's worse, but it's definitely not any better. And if I can pay $23.99 for Crown Royal, but I can buy Rich and Rare Reserve for $9.99, I think you know what I'm going to buy about every time coming up for the rest of my life. So, yeah, I guess you're right. But then I think some viewers are saying, Rich and Rare Reserve, what's that? And they may not be able to find it. So let's be fair. They may not be able to find it. But I think it's probably more widespread than people imagine. I just think most people that go liquor shopping, they don't know about it, so they don't even look for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't enter their cognitive box. But if they knew about it, now some people out there know about Rich and Rare Reserve. They're onto it, so they'll buy it. You say you need to stop talking about it because it's not going to be $9.99 anymore if you keep running your mouth about it. Right. So I better shut up. Hello and good evening, says David Cassidy to RJT. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. That's my point, Jay. Rich and Rare is a much better value. You're talking about the Reserve. It is. I'll admit that. It is. It is. I mean, $9.99 and it's equal to Crown Royal. Obviously, it's a winner every time. Yeah, I'll go along with that. You got to buy it. You got to buy it. So that closes us out. And that brings us to the end of another taste challenge. Been over 30 minutes, but we got off track a little bit. People are asking me interesting questions, and I did want to answer them. And I think I'll be back tomorrow. Got to hope this leg is healing up. All right, you know what I'm saying? 10 days till I get the stitches out. Oh, Lord, if I showed you that. Are you watching the NBA Finals tonight? No. I'm more interested in the College World Series and Paul Skeens pitching for Pittsburgh Pirates, and they're on right now. I've already missed 10 minutes of the game. So, but I will check the NBA score. Obviously, I think Boston's going to take it clearly. I can't imagine that Dallas has any kind of realistic chance, but that's why they have milestones. That's why they have history, right? You can't make history until you make the history, right? Okay, well, anyway, that's enough. Good job, Winn-Dixie. You held your own, but ultimately you couldn't win. But then, of course, we all knew that. But you gave it a good effort. It's like Akron, University of Akron playing Florida Gators. Hey, it was only 13-10 at halftime. We don't need to go into the fact that the game ended 48-16, but we're going to worry about what it was at halftime. All right. What happened to your leg? Are you okay? I'm okay, I guess. Oh, it got sliced open like a hatchet. I got hurt at work. I'm sorry. The back of my leg got chopped like a hatchet. I swear it was like a hatchet hit me. I said, oh, damn it to hell. I knew that was it. You're going to the hospital now, boy. Still hurts, of course, but it hurt like hell when he was stitching it up. They put the shots to deaden the pain, but I don't think the shots were expired. I think the medicine was expired. Workman's comp. Yeah, they're going to pay for it. I didn't pay for it. I paid $4.48 for what you call that, the anti, the thing that keeps you from getting infected, what they call it. But but I think they'll pay me the $4.48 for that. Hope you heal up quickly. Thank you. But I'll be limping around. I got blood all down my leg. It looked like Frankenstein monster. My leg looked like Frankenstein, you know, where they put the leg on the foot on the leg and they got the stitches around. I swear, if I saw it, you would think I was Frankenstein. Oh, it was bad. And it's sad because the day was going so smooth, you know, it was like, but you live and you learn, I guess. Sometimes you don't live. Hopefully you'll learn, but God help us. But I'm glad, you know, get a lot of blessings, you understand, but whoo, that was no good. That was no good. No good. No good. Make sure keep it elevated. I know I'm about to. I had it up here. I did have it up here, but I was getting tired of having it elevated. But I am. The doctor didn't say anything about stay off of it though. He said I can go back to work tomorrow, but we're gonna have to keep these things. Oh, all right. Y'all take care now.